Okay, so we're back to our another hand here, board 23. So far the hands we've done have been pretty tough, actually. A lot of decisions to make. This time I have a much more exciting hand, and we'll see how the auction develops around to our hand. Usually when you have this kind of distribution, everyone else has a lot of distribution also, so the auctions get very competitive. And competitive auctions, as anyone can know, are much tougher than uncompetitive auctions. So on the last, I guess I won't talk about the last board, that'd be silly. Alright, so we play 14 to 16 no trumps here. We're just animals, we like to open all our 11-point hands, so yeah, that's pretty much what we do. So that lets us do that. Alright, so this is interesting. I have a lot of options here. So obviously I can transfer to hearts. I could Texas, but I think we might have a slam, so I'm definitely going to transfer to hearts. But we could also have a slam and diamonds. So I'm going to transfer to hearts and then bid diamonds. That's what I'm going to do. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I just want partner to, you know, if they really fit diamonds and don't fit hearts, that could be really good for our hand. If their hearts are like ace doubleton, right? That we might be able to set up our hearts for a lot of discards. Now you're gonna, whoa, okay, now we're talking. So this says that she has the best possible hand for hearts. So that obviously makes our hand grow up tremendously. Okay, like, it's pretty obvious, I think, that our hand is just super good now. So, what can I do here? So I could wheel out a really fancy convention. I could wheel out Exclusion Blackwood if you want to see how this works. I'm just deciding if that's the right bid. So if partner has the best possible hand, it's hard to imagine we're off 2 key cards, but I suppose it is possible. Well, I'm just going to pay off to the hand where she has about 1,000,000 points in... do I need to pay off to? See, the problem... 301... Okay, yeah. So, we're never going to get to it. So, I'm just going to bid Exclusion. Keycard Blackwood. This may be an overbid. I freely admit it's a little bit of an overbid, but it'll keep the auction simple. So we play 3014 responses to Exclusion, even though we play 1430 Blackwood. This is a very technical hand, as you can see. A lot of high-powered stuff coming out here. I guess I could have retransferred her to hearts first, but I just wanted to make this absolutely crystal clear what's going on here. So if she shows me 3, then I know we have all the key cards, and I'll keep looking for 7. But if she shows 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, in fact, I can count 13 tricks. So she has 2 without the queen. Because 5 diamonds would be 3 or 0. 5 hearts would be 1 or 4. So this is 2 without the queen. So I'm just going to play 6 hearts. Does it matter what side we play it from? I mean, I think she would interpret 6 diamonds as a retransfer. But it also risks that maybe she thinks I'm looking for 7. With some partners, like we've discussed, like always, like you can retransfer. I would bid 6 diamonds without any worries. But here I'm just a little bit nervous. Alright, it's just barely conceivable that 6 hearts would play better from my side. So I'm just going to go ahead and bid it. And this is one of those practical bids. I guarantee you when we're done, I'll just double check with Sylvia that I could in fact bid 6 diamonds to make her play it. She'll probably be annoyed with me, like, what do you think I am? Some kind of, you don't think I know that, blah, 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 blah. Be like, yes, 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 but I just don't want to play in, like, 7 hearts down 1 or something. Anyway, I'd feel very sick if which side we played this from mattered. Like, if partner had queen and 1 spade and Gary happened to have the king, so that, like, Ed can lead it and Gary can't, It would make me feel sick. But it's just as likely, if that's the layout, that Ed has the king, and now we've right-sided it magically, playing it from the correct side, so whatever. And by the way, missing the queen of trumps is not a huge deal here. We have 10 trumps between us, right? Because when she bids 2 no, she promises 4 card support. So I'm just not worried about the queen of trumps, even though we're missing it. Hopefully it's just a total non-issue. What I'm really hoping for is that I buy the ace of diamonds and the ace of hearts. And so then I can go ahead and just split the trumps 2-1, or if dummy has the 10, I can, do whatever. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I like this bid to play from my side. Because, like, if partner does have weakish spades, like the queen, and they lead one, I can test the suit. I can go up with the queen and see if it holds the trick, right? And then maybe I have, like, a club roughing finesse. It just seems likely, actually, weirdly, that we're playing it from the correct side. Am I just rationalizing my bidding? Perhaps, perhaps. So Ed's on lead. He might not realize it because he's just used to the no trump opener playing the hand after a transfer. Okay, so it turns out we have a stone cold slam. The only thing that can beat us is all of the trumps in Gary's hand. And if that's the case, that's the case. So I'm going to take what's known as a safety play here. I'm just going to lead the 3 of hearts, and I'm going to stick in the 10 if Eddie plays the 9. Just in case he has the king, the queen, and the 9, I don't want to go down in a gold contract. Okay, so Gary looks like he had the singleton king, and when I get in, I'm going to play the ace, and the queen will drop. The only reason I'm not claiming is in case spades are 7-1. That's incredibly unlikely, but I mean, I'd feel absolutely sick if the spades are 7-1, but they're not. I'm going to play this card and press the claim button. Done. So you can see why I bid a slam. Like, the 4-card support is a huge upgrade for this hand. All of a sudden I don't have a lot of losers. Maybe I can rough my spades in the dummy and whatever. It's possible that exclusion was a bit of an overbid, but it also kept the auction really clean and simple. And I did have a source of tricks and diamonds to potentially throw Sylvia's spade losers away on. So all in all, I think I like our auction quite a bit, and I think we had a really nice auction here. Yay us!